Hey, Shalom. First, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole like the house of David. Let's get into this. We have to get away from evil, wicked people. We have to get away from evil, wicked people. This place is just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Hell, even scripture says, if roughly paraphrasing, if time was not shortened, even the elect wouldn't be saved. Roughly paraphrasing, you know. This place is horrible. This place and the people. And that both of them can rub up against you wrong, And you be all vexed. You be vexed in the spirit because you learn it the right way, and you be like, man, everything is gone left, everything is doing wrong. Why can't they see? Why can't they see? Why can't the world change? Why can't the people change? But it's not for them to change. And this world will not change because what? It has a wicked ruler. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So the wicked must be put down so the righteous can pick up the world. And the righteous be able to mold it, and that righteous is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, that will instruct their servants, the 144,000 and the rest of the elect, to get this world and creation back on track. But first we just gotta get away from evil and wicked people. I'm gonna get into that. Look, this is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. You hear that? Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not into the way of evil men. You see people, they wicked, don't follow don't follow in their behavior. Don't try to fit in with them. Don't follow after their behavior. Don't learn from them, and don't try to fit in with them. Get away from them. Go the opposite way. Make an excuse to get up out of there. You don't even gotta make it. You just leave. I think the next verse says something about that. Verse 15. Excuse me, I thought I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. Verse 15. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, pass away. Then it's gonna go into how Esau, Edom, the wicked. They can't rest without doing evil. But don't follow after evil men. Mainly what? Esau, Edom. But I know because Esau, Edom has this vibration on 2/3 of our people, and the rest of the world. You can't follow after them. You have to have discernment. I know. And discernment, we're still learning, so it's not always gonna be good this time. That's why you pray and ask you, how about Shemal Shah for the right discernment? We have to discern, like, hey, I'm not finna fool with you. I'm not finna, I ain't trying to fit in. I ain't trying to go where you going. Hell no. Listen, this is Psalms chapter 1, verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. You ain't getting no advice for someone who's okay you ain't getting no advice from a street nigga. You ain't getting no advice from an atheist. You ain't getting no advice from a whore. You know? You ain't trying to get no advice from none of them. Why? Because their understanding, their way of living and doing are governed by what they are. You know? But they're governed by what they are. The street nigga decisions is governed with it's governed by how he moves in the street, how you need to move in the streets. And that's a grimy way. Just like a whore. Her decisions and thought process is governed by a thought process of a whore. Okay, nah, you need that money. Nah, go get with him. Go open them legs. You know, go do this favor for him. Him too, her too. You know? And the atheists, they be like, it don't matter, just wide open. Wide open. Do what you gotta do. You know? Do what you gotta do. That's why it says, again, this Psalm chapter 1, verse 1, blessed is the man that walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. You know, you ain't nowhere in the mix of any of that. You know, you ain't nowhere in the mix of any of that. You know, and you gotta take hold of the signs Yahweh Shema Shah will give you. Because sometimes you'll see them signs, but you'll want a different path. Be like, nah, Lord, please help me out. Make this better. Make it better, you know? But Lord, like, nah, I'm showing you what it is. I'm showing you what it is. Recognize what it is and get away from it. You know, let it go. You know? So if you don't, you're just going to get yourself in trouble. You're just going to get yourself hurt. You know? That's why, you don't want to be over there. You don't want to be over there, and Yahweh Shem Al-Shai is making a separation. And you're on that side, even though you ain't rocking with them, what? You're on that side. He done made that separation. And once he create that boundary field where you can't get back, guess what? You're stuck on that side. You know? Because it's coming a time when the doors of mercy will close. The doors of mercy will close. You know? Listen to this. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6. Verse 7. No, that's not what I want. Verse 17, listen. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, said the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, said the Lord Almighty. You know? Get away from them. Get away from what? I should have started up. Let me see what I want. Okay, we're going to start from 14 to read down. You know? Listen. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communication have light with darkness? And what concord have Hamashiach with Belial? Or what part and what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what arrangement hath the temple of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. Yahweh Shem Al-Shai. as Yahweh Shema Shah have said, I would dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and there shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, said the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, said the Lord Almighty. You know? So yeah, we ain't got no communication with these people, man. We ain't got no, that's with these people. We just have to let them go. We just have to let them go. This society and this world, you know, we just have to do it. Listen, because if you don't, it will destroy you. It can affect you. It can pull you into that side, like I know a lot of y'all know what Star Wars is. You have the Force, you know. You have the light side of the Force and the dark side of the Force. And the dark side of the Force, it can be so tempting. It can be so seductive. It pulls you in and turns you into another being and turns you to another person, you know. You know, that's how, Darth Vader, when he's speaking to Obi-Wan, he be like, Anakin is dead. You know? His former self, the light side of him, he was dead. He was taken over by that dark side. You know? Listen. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Verse 33. Listen. Be not deceived. Don't be deceived. Don't be stupid. Don't be naive. You know, don't be ignorant. Evil communication, a lifestyle, corrupt good manners. An evil lifestyle could corrupt good manners. And if you're in the mix with those people, you're going to what? Get corrupted and find yourself dealing with that other force, you know? So with that, I hope you was edified. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect, the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing, Shalom.